Oh, it's backwards. Is it backwards? I mean, here though.
Go on the YouTube side.
That'd be very hilarious.
3 seconds.
I think it probably is. It's not, it's good?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's weird though, right?
Yeah, it is a little strange. You have to flip.
That's weird. It's not flipped on here.
No, you have to flip this monitor and it will fix it, but then it will flip that. So I'd probably leave it. I hate hearing myself.
Me too. All right. I put just, so, it's okay. So it's just gonna be this. And you all can talk or whatever
Yeah.
during your thing, if you got anything to say. Someone wants to,
Is it okay if I mention the SBS?
yeah. I think Dr. Masood might do that. Oh, but yeah, you mentioned that club, she'll probably talk about SPS.
How are you?
Hi, Dr. Masood.
Hey. Okay.
Do you want to talk about positions?
I'm gonna talk about
You
this.
guys started at 5:30 or
5:30,
Starting
yeah.
at 5:30.
this time? Okay.
So we got, so this is this part, and then there's this one, and then there's this one, and then you get to talk here. And then we'll go on about our different events coming up,
I will probably just talk about it and leave.
SPS or whatever.
So you have, yeah, I will talk about it.
Yeah, it'll be good to introduce you at least to other
No,
students.
not only that, I want to that people have some questions about SPS.
Yeah,
So I was thinking that it is better if I discuss here
yeah,
because you guys learn first and then you can communicate with others.
I have a little bit of a presentation. Can I send it to you, Aaron? It's
Yeah.
gonna be quick paced. It's nothing extensive.
it's what?
It's something quick paced. It's not extensive.
Oh, yeah.
I'll send it.
Do you, when do you want,
You can do
Howdy, come on in. For Physics and Astronomy Club? Cool. Send it to me, yeah, that's cool.
I will just use a marker and just let you know. You have the,
Do my Gmail, please.
you have the website,
SPS?
SPS?
But it's just gonna be a short presentation so that they can be
You can
aware.
take those pictures too.
Oh,
Oh, okay, cool.
Do you have anything to eat?
Will you go there, please? Thank
I
you.
just came for that purpose. I have some leftover
Oh, yeah.
and I told Dr. Garrison this is for my student.
What is it, the presentation?
It's gonna
PowerPoint?
be SPS meeting 1, but I'm just sending it right now.
Is it PowerPoint?
Yeah. Did you receive it?
Maybe in a second. Yes. There it is.
It's gonna have a video at the end.
Okay. I don't know if it works. I don't know how that works, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm just worried about the audio.
Can you put audio?
Remember we're struggling with that for Interstellar?
Oh, hang on. What am I doing? Just paste it to the screen. No.
What are you trying to do?
Audio.
That's the audio.
I might be able to mess around with it.
That's awesome, yeah.
I haven't tried yet.
Very bottom, hyperlink Artemis moon tree seedlings, control click. Open, yes. It should go to Google Chrome if it's not.
Oh, not, haven't got to the video yet.
Oh, my bad.
Was it control click?
Yeah. Control click. There, it should be in Microsoft Edge. It's yellow at the bottom. The one that's blinking.
Oh, yeah, no, it's open.
What in the world?
I have no idea.
Control click to follow link. Control click. I got it.
What?
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go find the link.
Oh, you just have to right click it. Right click,
Oh, double click it?
open link.
Open link, there you go. Oh, that's it, yeah.
Hello.
No.
Nice to see you again. A little bit lower.
Did I meet you yesterday?
No, that's my first time. You didn't need to.
Uh-huh.
What about,
It's great.
34, oh, this, not bad. So, seconds, sorry.
I've just been stalking the Discord.
Stalking the Discord. Okay.
Yeah.
I joined it last semester and then I finally had the time to come this
Oh,
semester. So
Gotcha.
Yeah. Do you think it's a better time now, 5:30? Because we used to have our meetings, what,
7:30 to 9:30.
that works for me personally, just because I'm usually done with almost everything by 3, 4-ish. That's the time I get
Talking
up.
about making some meetings during the week.
And everybody has jobs and whatnot. It's always hard, you know.
The thing is too, is like, someone will say, well, I can't make those meetings. Could you make them at this time? But then someone will be like, well, I can't make those meetings because I work in the morning. And someone else says, well, can you make them at night in the week? Because,
Well,
yeah,
if we have more meetings, more likely people will be able to show up. That's true. That's true.
yeah, consistency is key.
True.
You
We
know
also
it.
like hand
Oh,
out
I know it.
surveys.
What?
We did surveys with different time slots handed out to everyone, but plug it
We've
in.
done that. And Friday night always
Oh,
is
just-
the
it works.
most popular time.
Oh, okay.
But then people are like,
Makes sense.
so.
I'm supposed to get out of work early on Fridays anyway.
Yeah.
I did, so.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll go to your thing,
And maybe you can put
to
a,
who you are type deal.
yes, after the officers, it's introduction to Dr. Masood, right? You can put my name and treasurer last, so that after me, Dr. Masood can start speaking. I think that would make more sense.
Yeah,
How many positions are available?
like 4.
Or
Yeah, we made a newsletter at 5. I don't even know what half these are. Some of them were split up and inflated, or I don't know why.
director of marketing?
I don't know.
Sounds good for a resume.
What are you? The technology, director of technology.
There you go.
No real, not to like downplay the thing, but
And do twice, right?
good question. Yeah, it's PowerPoint.
I think as soon as you start typing, the star will.
Up there, where on the top where it has the arrow pointing backwards.
Beautiful. Save.
Yeah. And let me pull up the SPS website, so Dr. Masood can have it ready when she starts.
Out or join?
Join,
Join.
and you can just leave it there.
Should I log in?
No, it's fine. That's all.
Cool. Should we wait or should we start?
That's up to the president.
Oh, we're still coming. We'll have a 5-minute grace period. Hello, I have this stuff for you. There's a moon map.
A moon map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh. Director of Clock Technology, that's why you wanted to get that. No, I don't. So check it out. I'll have to give you the password and everything. Yeah, for sure.
If you want me to do it, I can do it. I guess. Are you gonna do this or you want? Up to you.
Let's, really go switch that.
Just position. Oh, you want to switch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You guys are free to take that stuff. Were you at the physics meet and greet the other day?
Yeah.
Cool. Welcome back. And you were at the physics meet and greet. Welcome back. Welcome, Dr. Kelly.
Here, Kelly.
We're gonna start with the PowerPoint. And then we'll go through all this, and then when it's our turn, go to the other PowerPoint.
SPS.
And then the video. And then when Dr. Masood
The
talks.
video's okay.
Yeah,
And we Dr. talks.
the SPS website.
Oh,
Probably put it on slideshow now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go see if she's here actually, real quick.
Okay. Backtrack one.
Overheard us talking a little in the hallway there, and I've got 2 courses this term, and one of them is orbital mechanics. There are plenty of people in stars and galaxies, but there are openings if anybody's interested in taking orbital mechanics this term. It's directed study 4391, or I should say topics in physics, and practicing my argument for it. If anybody's thinking about working for the Johnson Space Center, for example, on a space program, it is of some help. And then generally for physics students anyway. So our next meeting is next Thursday night. And then, of course, we're in the syllabus this year. There's a syllabus description.
I actually signed up for your class, but I don't have the physics requirements for it.
You don't have one?
The physics requirements.
Oh, okay. Of course, I understand that everyone has a budget here, so you got to spend your money wisely. But
but whole different realm. I have interest, physics trying to be I'm an IT major, so.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said that I'd love to sign up, but yeah, I'm a whole different realm. I mean, I'm an IT major, so I'd have to take a couple courses to get to that.
Oh, okay. Probably an issue of preliminaries like math or prerequisites.
What are the mathematical prerequisites for your course?
Well, some understanding of calculus, I guess, probably a semester or 2, and then the notion of vectors, that would help too. It'd be kind of difficult to completely introduce vectors within the course, but then on the other hand, maybe it is a good way. It's hard to say.
So probably up to like differential equations,
There are some in there, yes. There would be applications.
linear algebra, or not as much?
And linear algebra helps, yes.
Okay.
You're hitting all the right buttons. I don't know how much of that you've already done.
All of them, yeah.
Well, then you'd be fine. This would just be more applications and how much you really can accomplish with that. Identifying problems that are treated. Some are just simply algebra, and then some get more complicated.
Okay,
Do you know the name of the textbook
sorry about
they're using? The name of the,
Welcome to the Physics and Astronomy Club. Sorry about the wait. My name is Aaron Thero. I'm the president of the club. Today, we're basically gonna go over officer introductions, officer positions available, and we're gonna go into detail about the things we're gonna be doing this semester. There's a lot more. And I'd like to introduce Tyler Lucio, the vice president. He couldn't make it today. He had some family stuff going. And so I'll turn it over to Faisal.
Yeah, so my name's Faisal, guys. Pleased to meet y'all. It's probably my first time here. Been a member of the club for a little bit, but want to get more in deep of it. Always had a passion for what is astronomy, especially, and some physics as well. Taking a couple of physics courses. I'm an IT major, so mostly go with web development, software development, but we're working on some exciting IT stuff to maybe enhance the club too. So kind of about myself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Anna Paola Silva. I'm mainly go by my first name, Anna. I'm also president of the Society of Physics Students and Women in Higher Education. Can you jump into the next paragraph, please? I created a presentation for the Society of Physics Students. There's two organizations, the Honors, which is the national level, and there's also the UHCL chapter. But I did the presentation for our chapter, not the Honors. Dr. Masood will speak on the Honors side. These are some of the events that I have planned, upcoming. They're not solid yet. Dates may change. NBL Tour, Neutral Buoyancy Lab here on Space Center. That's where they train the astronauts. Underneath the pool, they have a replica of the ISS station. The Physics and Astronomy Club Eclipse Party coming up in October for the annual. Or so?
Yeah, we'll go into detail on that.
Yeah, we'll go into detail later. And then for November, hopefully we can plan a mission control tour. And December, a reptile house dinner. I think that would be really nice to end the year with. It's the cheapest option that the zoo offers. And hopefully we can get funding and also donations in order to reach that goal. I'll also probably donate some of my money so that we can go. It can be up to 100 people. Right now, we just have less than 10 members, but do feel free to join. Next slide, please. Some of the opportunities that I hope SPS UHCL chapter can offer will be in internships or jobs with Intuitive Machines, Jacobs, Geocontrol Systems, and KBR. Currently, I work as a contractor with KBR with GCS, Geocontrol Systems, for KBR on the astronaut suits. Geocontrol Systems offers a lot of positions ranging from entry level to expertise like senior. Just a few months ago, they had a position for entry clerk, for property entry clerk, and that's something that really somebody in university can start with or without experience. Next slide. Some programs that hopefully may be sponsored. I already spoke with the EDGE program director at Sentinel College, but they offer aerospace training, so technician courses, drone training, and there they give you a license and certification. So that's where I got my technician license, and that got me a job with the Geocontrol Systems. And later on, I became a paper writer, which is a promotion compared to my first job, which was as an assistant. And then we have the Geocontrol Systems recruitment program. Right now, I'm hoping to start conversation with the president so that we can begin a recruitment program for the students that might be joining SPS. And then the NASA Pathways, that's a NASA program. not connected to the SPS, but we will promote it so that students may know that there's opportunities in NASA that don't require experience. It's for students with no experience. Next page. Honors SPS grants and scholarships. So the Honors SPS offers a lot of funding for students interested in physics. These are just some of the examples. There's more than 10 scholarships on the website, if you feel free to go and check them out. As you can see, they range from 2,000 up to 6,000. And then Dr. Masood, would you like to speak on the Honors SPS?
Yes, I am going.
You can.
Should I do it now?
You want to do the video first?
No, the video is gonna be last.
Oh.
Yeah.
You want me to? do it
Yes.
now? Okay. There are, I think I should first introduce myself. My name is Meena Masood and I'm here, one of the physics faculty members. So there are, SPS is Society for Physics Students, which is basically a part of American Physical Society. So American Physical Society is, as its name tells, it's an international society. This is the most honorable society in physics. Almost all physicists all over the world are there, and there is international recruitment possible. Now they have a program, this Society for Physics Students. Of course, I mean, there's like $20 per year or something, which you pay for membership. And if you have a bigger group, so they collect something like, if there are up to 10 or 5 is minimum requirement, but if it is up to 10, $24 per year now. Yeah, so for 10 to 24 members, it is $15 per year. So it keeps on reducing actually. That's what I wanted to mention. So if you have more members and you want to continue, make sure you renew it at the same time. This is actually peanuts. In a way, with this membership, you get an annual membership, but you get one copy. I think it is electronic copy of physics today. Are you getting it?
Yes.
You get a
Yes.
hard copy too.
You get hard copy too?
And
Okay.
whatever 2 other societies you join up
Yeah.
from, you get a magazine from them.
Now, it's a magazine. Looks like a magazine, but it is more than general physics magazine. It has latest development in physics field, latest research, which is really, it's more like a science article, but it's not like just website. It has real, credibility. What is the national trend in research? So when we talk about physics, I always mention that physics is chemical physics, computational physics, astrophysics, biophysics. There are others also, but anyway, in medical physics, radiation physics, so many things. Huh?
Quantum physics.
Quantum physics, quantum computation. I have worked myself in, which has proper application in quantum quantum computation. And there are so many things, but I'm talking about those which are related fields: physics, chemistry, biology, mathematical physics also, which I am also qualified. And there are other things. So anything, any physical system is physics. You can describe it using physics. So in the, I mention it not to sell the program here, just to let you know, doesn't matter which field of science you are. Even education, we don't have educational physics education here, but if you write articles which talk about or work in the direction that how the STEM science, discipline, education in STEM discipline can be improved, you are fully qualified there. Even communication, scientific writing, talk about anything, you can do that. So with SPS membership, you will see all kind of latest trend in research or anything. Now, if you have that, what's the use of it? It is the news, you can read it anywhere. Now I'm going to tell you what you can get benefit. You will get aware of that one thing. You will get all the recruitment opportunities there. They have a section where they put all the possible jobs for graduates. I will say science graduate. They call it physics, but physics graduates job announcements. Not only that, there are job announcements, There are recruitment, like, if a program, if one of the schools wants any recruit students, graduate students, they will do it there. And sometimes if you are SPS member and APS member, they may offer you something. Depends on I cannot talk about everything. Certain things are not 100% all the time. Plus, she has mentioned something probably what is available now. This is not the only thing. There are other things available and they keep coming. It's not something that is American Physical Society. It does not have any, like, okay, we offer 3-4 type of scholarships. No. Whenever they get grant, they work with grant also. They get education grant, they get science promotion, STEM promotion grant, they get a lot of grants. They have a bridge program. You don't see it in SPS, but what is bridge program? That students, underrepresented minority students, which have, I think, 25% Afro-American or Hispanic or Native Americans. Okay, well defined. But not only that, if you are first time in college, they will accept you. You have to make your case for underrepresented minorities. So you can get that grant, that thing, and they will invite you. I'm now leaving the topic, you may think, because you will see the announcements everywhere, and that is not under SPS program. You will get aware of that. You can go to that and it will not even be called SPS. Because I actually, for bridge program, for example, I can put you in touch. Women in physics, I can put you in touch. I know people who are working in that. I am working with a lot of different groups in that. So if I have, for example, you come and there are 3 girls and 1 girl or 2 girls, I have sent students, and you are interested to go there, okay, I just have to let you know how to apply. I don't need to go with you. I don't need to do anything, and you can go there. So women in physics, they have special area where they can go. There is a conference which is basically women in physics students. They have presentation and they will cover everything. So this is a kind of honor society. Now they are starting to call it honor society also. But at the same time, they provide opportunities for students. And it is not a simple thing. You may not imagine. I have spent 3 years at least communicating to kind of convince them that we need it. However, I made a mistake, or I did not realize that before pandemic, because I just got it and next year it was pandemic. So I got it in 2019, so I couldn't figure out. This time, when I talked to David Rachita, he mentioned that I was trying to run it as a part of Physics and Astronomical Society. But then he mentioned that it is better, it will be much more, because students were not able to know that. Undergrad students get most benefit, but graduate students are able to join it also. So he suggested that I should have a chapter here as a separate organization. That's why I made it a chapter. And she has thankfully volunteered for that. But you don't have to do any extra work. All the physical, and if Aaron, you guys are okay with that, because all the activities of Physics and Astronomy Society and SPS, they can be put together, because you have to send a report, annual report, that what you did as SPS chapter. So that is what all the physics activities, it is basically physics activities, and everywhere it is like that. So you can do it there. And you can simultaneously, everybody can simultaneously member of Physics and Astronomy Society Club plus SPS. I was there in June in Washington, DC, where there is their main office. And I went to meet a person, Brad, who just communicates. And he was just like, yeah, because after pandemic, there are some upsets. So right now, at least for now, they're accepting any major as SPS. So as I said,
Be specifically a physics major, it's open to everybody.
and it is in general, I mean, okay, if you don't get any credit, you will get at least the credit of being member of SPS, a member of
Two
club.
other organizations that you also
Organization.
get.
Plus, you will get the information for jobs. Plus, if you get interested in something, they will have all the announcements in physics today, what is coming up. You can do that. Sometimes, if you guys want, I can go over APS website. If you go to aps.org website, there is a tab which is called meetings. If you scroll through that, it gives all the meetings. For any meeting in under American Physical Society, I assume that if you are presenting, you can ask SPS to help you for funding. But SPS has special funding allocated for international meetings. This is APS March meeting, which is international. And the attendance is like 3,000, 4,000 scientists. That's a huge meeting. A similar meeting, there are topically it is different, and APS April section meeting. These meetings of which we go almost every year, either April or March, depending on topic or what I present, because I work in two fields. For particle physics, high energy physics, it is April meeting. For biophysics, it is March meeting. In biophysics meeting, I have taken my graduate students several times. Even last meeting, Ahmed was with me and there were two students with me. They presented. Your presentation, you can present as an undergrad student. You are evaluated as undergrad student. They give small prizes also, some gift cards or things like that. Right now, unfortunately, our department, our university don't give money a lot, but I am kind of always
We can,
talking about it.
We can discuss later on the first meeting. for us.
yeah. What-
Pathway to
What we
career.
can do is we
STEM?
can make it a club thing and then request money from SGA. And they'll
No,
reimburse that.
that is, of course, that is one thing. The other thing is, that is for you. Pathway to STEM, if there is any person who can get pathway to STEM, they can give you. I have taken student from pathway to STEM for a research presentation also. They give some money if you are doing presentation, because they give you that way. But women in science, that they don't need any presentation. You can still go there. And they will cover, APS will cover. So, I mean, it is extremely useful if you know how to use it. But this is not something which, to be honest, she can help. You will have to work with me because you have to talk to main people. She is here for handling SPS chapter of UHCL, plus provide you information and put you guys in touch with.
And for those that are interested in joining, this is gonna be the email that you can send, and you can just send your name, student ID, and just confirmation that you want to join the club.
Are you office bearer also in SPS? Do you have any office position?
Yes, that's the next slide, so you can get out of the webpage now. You can go back to the PowerPoint.
We're just,
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there is one other thing I want to make clear because I am here. I deliberately avoid to come to every meeting because I think that it is students think they should feel free because some adults come and then you guys start thinking, oh my God, should we do this? Should we do this? So you can have fun. I don't want to interfere that fun. Make it a fun, I mean, you can have social activities, fun activities. You can raise funding also, fundraising. Plus, I would suggest one thing which you guys can do, that if you want to work, and I think that what you can do is that you guys can raise some funds and develop some projects. I am very interested to see if you guys can go for volunteer work to, for example, a space center, and when they have that kind of event, you guys go there and present something. But you have to develop some, projects for that. Actually, Dr. Kelly is very useful for that because he is more into astronomy. No?
Oh, well, yes,
Yeah.
astronomy, astronautics.
Yes.
And you were
I have too
mentioning-
many things on my plate, So I can help you partly, but,
I think you mentioned that at the beginning of the class, correct, for your orbital mechanics
Well,
course?
Yes, so we have a kind of a sidebar on it. Maybe we'll be discussing with you later.
oh, yes, and I mean, feel free to do anything. I mean, you can just talk to me. As far as funding is concerned, a little bit of money I can afford out of pocket to help you also, but that's not even mentionable. So I was thinking that if you raise funding, what we will do is that you can get money. Huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
then you can develop something.
Conversation.
Yeah, and if, no, I have to mention one other thing. If anyone of you is working a research project with me or something like that, that independent study course or something, then we can try to develop project under that head. That makes sense?
You can switch over to the next slide, please. For SPS, right now we're hiring for vice president, secretary, treasurer, media coordinator, and student government representative. So as well, if you're interested in one of those positions, you can email sps.uhcl, and I'm managing that email, so you'll be in contact with me.
Okay, one other thing what we do is that I will try to do it for SPS also. Right now, we have started a program that in president of Physics and Astronomy Club, we recognize from through the program. And I will try to start it for SPS also. Plus, if you guys work for SPS on any position or PAAC on any position, one thing you can recommend, you can get from me, which I can do that myself, that you can generate you guys can make a letterhead type thing.
We can talk about all that.
Yeah.
Like the,
And then you can get something which is like a letter that you worked for that, or volunteer work or something. Okay?
Sounds good. Thank you, Dr. Masood.
thank you so much.
I can leave so that you can have fun.
Thank you, Dr. Masood. Take care.
Bye.
And to end off the presentation, I put something fun. So just recently, NASA announced a forest servicing for the moon. NASA and the USDA Forest Service will distribute Artemis moon trees seedlings of 5 different species for communities on Earth to connect with humanity's exploration of space. Can you click on the hyperlink, please, Artemis moon? Organizations are encouraged to apply, and over there in a little bit, we can click on the hyperlink so that y'all can see where you can apply. Okay.
What is it?
And
It's
it's
a
blue
you can
seedlings
buy.
around the moon, and then it's about 2,000, as they said, and they're distributing it out to people for them to plant.
Space
Oh,
seeds.
they're not planting them
No,
on the
no,
moon.
no, 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 no.
It has no atmosphere. It's impossible.
And then
The solar
has-
system, billion scale solar system.
What?
Maybe you can plant them with the billionth scale solar system.
Oh, you're right. That would be so.
Oh, yeah, maybe, if they. I don't know.
Need a,
Honestly, I've heard so many stories about them unplanting stuff that instructors have planted here. Yeah, I took art last semester and one of the instructors was plant stuff in the plant beds and they're like, nope. And they planted it out front here in front of Bayou and they're like, this is ours now.
Golly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of the presentation for me. Thank you, guys.
All right, also, so we have these officer positions available. We got newsletter, that's a new position. We made a newsletter, I haven't printed it, haven't got a chance to do it. We'll get to that. You can find it on our Discord though. Actually, I'll find a way to put it on our newsletter on Get Involved. We have an SGA representative, but it'd be cool to have another one because it's at a weird time, and so we kind of like to switch off with those. I make some of those SGA meetings. That'll help us get funding if we go on trips or like we want to do the solar system walks. We got to attend meetings from them. Secretary, which is taking minutes for our meetings, and keeping track of honor cords and honor cord points. Director of communications, I don't even know that, social media. We really need a social media person. I'm having fun doing it, but it's a lot to do that plus social media. So if anybody likes social media and they want to join the club, please come on by. And director of marketing, I have no idea what
It's just physical design.
this is. Oh yeah, I guess you're just designing flyers and things like that. Yep, nice. This is our honor cords point system. If you hold an officer position for full term, that's number 7, you get 100 points. So you get honor cords if you do like a full year as an officer. No. Yep. This is available on our Get Involved. There's some copies over there. It's also on Discord. Next. So what we're going to do is this semester I'm going to be talking about the things that are coming up. We got a Autumnal Equinox Star Party, first day of fall, STEM courtyard. It's a Friday. What we'll be able to see is Saturn and a quarter moon. We do have backup plans this semester for if it's cloudy or rainy. We'll probably watch a movie in here. And with all our events and everything, your friends and family are welcome. Yeah, so general meeting next month, is it 9/22? That looks off. It might be 9/22. Basically, we're gonna meet in here. This is general meeting. The reason I bring this up is because we've got 2 solar eclipses coming. October 14th, there's a annular solar eclipse, and then there's a total solar eclipse in April of 2024. This basically is just going to be a presentation of what an eclipse is, how it works. But for this day, I'll show you solar viewers. We have these little things from Night Sky Network that allow you to look at the sun safely. We have solar telescopes that we'll probably present. Now, this is a TBD, to be determined, annular eclipse star party. So we're that little pinpoint over there. And to see the full annularity, you have to be in that little red strip. We can get a partial here. I won't be here because this is a very rare event. I'm leaving. I'm going about 3 hours away. I'm spending the night. I already have a campsite. Other people are invited to come. We're not going to call it a field trip. I'm just inviting some friends, basically. If you want to come, I'll have a solar telescope. I'll have pinhole cameras, things such as that to view it. It's not a total solar eclipse, so basically the moon will be in front of the sun, but it won't cover the whole thing. There'll be a ring of the sun around the moon because the moon's actually further away this time for this one.
Aaron, that poses some interesting questions. For instance, 2017 with the total eclipse, I mean, you'd have certain filters, but this is going to be brighter.
No, this will be, yeah. Well, it depends on where you're at, right?
So say if you're in the zone, like in San Antonio, and you're observing it.
It'll be brighter than the total,
Yes.
but if, like, that didn't come through Houston, right? It was a partial in
Oh,
Houston.
right, but went out to a place where we could observe it, I guess, in 2017.
Yeah.
And it's spectacular, of course, but this is going to be a different phenomenon. So just packing equipment, something to think about.
Yeah, well, I got these little eclipse viewers.
And for, say, for photography too, I guess, or maybe digital compensation, but
Yeah.
it playing ball a little bit differently this inning.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, I'll have a whole presentation on how to safely view it next month. Yeah, I don't know. We haven't really kind of discussed it a little bit. If some people stay behind here from the club, Dr. Masood might allow them to actually go and get the solar telescope out of the telescope room. It'll be a partial. It's about the same time. It's roughly 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Just the whole eclipse. It's, I think maybe 12 or 1 where it's like the most it'll be filled in. But this is the name of the state park here where I'm going. Anybody cares to go? If we go in the same car, cool. If not, you'll have to get like a state parks pass. It might be full. I haven't looked. So that's TBD, really. But if you're interested, say something on Discord, you know. We did this last year. It was pretty big. We had like between 35 and 45 people show up. It's NASA's International Observe the Moon Night. We'll be on 10/21/23. We'll have some presentations. We won't have all the fun stuff we did last year that came from LPI, but we'll have similar stuff. And we'll have telescopes out. It's about a quarter moon that day. It's a 4-hour event. This is a 1 to 1 billion scale solar system walk. Basically, we're going to shrink the whole solar system down. It's going to be 10,000 kilometers for every millimeter or centimeter. I can't remember. I already done the math. We're basically going to start out at the rec center with scale models of the planets. You know, Mercury's this big, Earth's this big, Jupiter's this big, and we're going to walk the actual distance to scale on campus. We're actually doing this with MHAA because they wanted to collab before, and I was like, that'd be perfect. We could talk about mental health stuff, you know, like get enough sun for your mental health, and when you get to Earth, you know, drink water and exercise and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be a dual event. We may have possible second dates depending on how big it is. That should be fun. If you've never done this, that's a fun thing to do. It kind of gives you the perspective of who you are in the world, you know. You realize how tiny you really are. And then this is Dr. Masood's semesterly Star Party Bash Extravaganza.
I still want the name.
Yeah, just for fun. This will be 11/7/23 from 7 to 10 p.m. It's in the back here, STEM loading docks. It's a Tuesday. JSCAS will be there. Everybody's welcome for this. There'll be all sorts of different types of telescopes, not just ours. We're gonna bring out the big one.
It's like 7 feet tall.
It's a 17.1 inch mirror, so you get to pick in all that light.
This is the one that was donated by that dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I met him the other day. He said he's gonna show us how to hook up the motor mount.
Even better.
Yeah,
Nice.
so.
I don't know who that dude is, but I like him.
Hmm?
I'm saying, I don't know who that dude is, but I like him.
His name is Al Kelly. Yeah, I looked him up. He's got like APOD. You know what APOD is? The Shrine Picture of the Day. He's got like tons of submissions in there.
Invite him.
Yeah, he'll come. This one, she said
Your True Buoyancy
November
Lab?
1st.
No, plan for September, there's no exact date still. We need to know how many people would want to go. They do groups of 10 to 12, and we need to give them at least a week's heads up. So
I'm sorry, so we will literally be doing that.
we won't be jumping into the water with the astronauts soon, no. But we
I
will,
wish.
Right?
I will try to reserve a time where the astronaut is going into the pool in training. So if you're interested, let us know.
The cool thing about this one is we don't need travel waivers because it's right down the road.
Yes.
But there is some kind of release form I think we need to get from the dean, or like a questionnaire saying you agree and understand the stuff. So this one, you will definitely have to be registered on Get Involved with the club to get that. I don't think we can just make it a public thing. All right. This one's gonna be fun. This is where they detect gravitational waves. It's in Livingston, LA, or not LA, Louisiana. It's about 4.5 hours away. It's LIGO. This was something that Einstein, hypothesized, and then they made this thing to test it out, and it was like not shortly after they flicked the on switch, they started detecting gravitational waves. There's another one in Washington, but this one's closer to us. I'm in talks with their outreach person who's in charge of tours and all that. I put 1213 here, but he's saying, or she, I don't remember who, it'd be better if we came in like May, because this whole school year time, they do K through 12 stuff. But they said if we come in May, they'll give us like a university level tour and a university level presentation and all that. Yeah, we're gonna need waivers and all that fun stuff. So if you're interested in going to LIGO, if you're super nerd, come with us.
Don't touch anything.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, those sensors are so delicate that they don't give tours when it's running because it'll pick up your footsteps, So, if you've been part of the club before, we have a relationship with Johnson Space Center Astronomical Society as of last September. They did their first meeting and it was here. I'm sure there was, pre-COVID relationship with them. But we have been building that up and being friendly with them. I present there during their meetings. I do a little sky tour. But they meet here now. LPI lost its funding for outreach, so we can't use their auditorium anymore. So we're gonna start meeting here in the 1203 auditorium, your classroom, the big one. It's gonna be every second Friday, 7:30 to 9:30. October is in the air because there's like a huge star party going on, and a lot of people won't be around for that, so they may not have an October meeting, but definitely September they're having one. Second Friday, 7:30, 9:30. And then we go to Mod Pizza up the way afterwards.
The meeting after the meeting.
Meeting after the meeting. It's a good place to network with astrophysicists or people that work at NASA or people in the space community, or people, a lot of them are not in the space community. A lot of them are like biologists or chemists or medicine. Yeah. The guy that trained me, I got certified at George Observatory. He's a chemist. And so, it's their hobby and they love it. And it's a good way to make connections with people. Anybody have questions? Nobody?
No.
None?
Okay.
I know you got questions, Mr. Kelly.
This big question mark over my head. Well, question about anything so far or announcements, or what do you mean?
Oh, anything?
Because I did talk a little bit about the astronomy or the orbital mechanics class, but some people might have come in later. Maybe I could tell.
Oh, yeah, mention it, for sure.
We meet on Thursday nights. It's from 7 till about 9:30 or so. And the idea is to explore orbital mechanics more than is done in the 2 introductory courses, stars and galaxies and planets and solar system. And the way things are set up right now, I get an opportunity to offer it about every 2 years. But it's not very well publicized. So we've only had one meeting so far, but the idea is to get more familiar with orbital mechanics. And I think there's enough in the program that it would be sort of thing that complement you if you're complement your resume, shall we say, if you wanted to work at the Johnson Space Center. My guess is that all of that engineering staff around the Johnson Space Center, only about 1 out of 10 people really have any background. And yet so many of the operations of NASA and orbital mechanics is fundamental to it. You're not necessarily a specialist in it, but it gives you some insight into the problems. And then if you are a specialist in that, you might start wandering into other areas say, well, this is a mission, for example, and I understand this part, and then there are trades to be done in other areas, and then you get involved in that too. So it's just a kind of a first order rationale for this. And it's just a pity that the communications between the engineering community around Johnson Space Center and UHCL is so bad after COVID. There used to be a lot more social activities where people were talking about their needs, what they wanted to do, or communication between the university and the Johnson Space Center. But getting that interaction, it takes some work. So I guess I've been running around trying to promote this orbital mechanics class. And I'd be here anyway, but I'm promoting it here tonight too. So if you have any questions about that, please get in contact with me very quickly, as a matter of fact, because if you really want to do this course, we want to get you enrolled as quickly as we can. So far, what we've done is just talk about the three basic equations of an orbit: conservation of energy, momentum, and econic. So everybody's on the same page in that regard. And then after everybody's familiar with that, you start trying to solve some real problems that come up all throughout our history of orbital mechanics, shall we say, Newton and Kepler. Any questions?
Yeah, what, you said 7:30 to 9:30 on Thursdays?
7 to 9:30 roughly, yeah.
That's-
Probably 9:45 officially.
Is that in the morning or AM or PM?
And PM.
PM.
What room?
It would be 2101.
So upstairs.
And we might be able to expedite things to talking with Professor Massoud while she's here tonight. I think she's interested in the program, but since we have a rather low enrollment, I think it'd be encouraging to let her know as soon as possible if there are other people that are interested in it.
I'm interested, I just don't know how I'm going to make that time on my job schedule.
Now, there's another feature of this, and possible to join with Zoom. I didn't turn it on the first night, but if there are students that are affected by something like that, that could be done, assuming you can get online wherever you're at. If you're driving a truck, for example, I guess that wouldn't be the case, but if you're just tied up in the other part of town, maybe that would be possible. I don't know, just speculating. We had, in the previous time that it was offered, we did have some people who were participating largely by Zoom. Suffice? I guess so.
Do you have anything else?
I don't think so, unless anybody has any other questions or.
Well, I wanted to open up conversation to anybody, if anybody had any feedback or suggestions or recommendations for either our club or, well, yours hasn't really started yet.
I just had one question about one of the presentations where it was offering, like, for instance, the one that was at San Jack, or can we see that? Like, is it like on only the presentation?
The Edge Center?
Yes.
For that, you can
Like,
go
in
to
all of them in general, you know, like where can I access all that information about those? Or do I need to access separately each one of them?
Each one is separate. For the Edge program, I got sent some flyers and I'll be distributing those through the SPS email. I also have the information for the GCS jobs. Most of them can be searched just by searching up the actual name of the organization. For example, San Jacinto College Edge program, or Jacobs Technology, or Intuitive Machines. There you can find them themselves. Personally, I know some people that work in those institutions, so I could try and get a word in. And here we have our newsletter for the physics and astronomy, the first issue, actually.
It's your baby.
We have the JSCAS column. It gives you general information about the Johnson Space Center Astronomy Society. For example, where they have the meeting, what time. Right now, it's not up to date. I think it says, does it say LPI or does it say UHCL?
Oh, it does say LPI.
Okay, so it's not at the LPI. Like Aaron said, it's now here at UHCL in Professor Kelly's classroom right here.
I borrowed from school.
Sorry?
I borrowed from school.
Oh, you borrowed it from school, my bad. And then we have Comet Astrophotography, which is Tyler Lucio's section, our vice president. You can follow him on Instagram. At the top, you can see his username, Comet Astrophotography. That is one of the pictures that he took of the moon. He wrote a little snippet there. Can you read it, Aaron, please?
Hello and welcome to our very first paper. My name is Tyler, currently vice president of the Physics and Astronomy Club. I've been with the club since the start, and I have a love for astrophotography as well as stargazing. Over the summer, I sat down and finished a project I've been meaning to complete. The phases of the moon are always captivating. Sometimes the moon comes out very early. You can read that?
Yeah.
Read it.
So over the summer, I sat down and finished the project I've been meaning to complete. The phases of the moon are always captivating. Sometimes the moon comes out at very early hours of the morning, making it hard to capture certain phases. As well as you must combat weather, temperature. This could pose to be difficult. My challenge to you is to capture all the phases of the moon and post it over on our Discord at #memberphotography. Take the pictures with whatever you have, like a phone, fancy camera, anything at all. Even if you feel like your picture isn't the best, all astrophotography will be loved by your fellow club members.
Well, may I say something? I think it's a beautiful picture. And, you know, in the Gazette, it doesn't do it full justice. I mean, if it could be taken out of there and full resolution distributed, that would be really nice.
In the regular format, it's not squished like that, so
Oh,
the
yeah.
moon looks like an egg. It's actually longer. It looks really good.
Yeah, it's, please convey that to him too. It's really,
Well, that was-
He probably hears you.
And
Or maybe
Oh, is he
not.
there? Okay.
It was. Oh, he's there.
Okay. Okay.
And if you, like you said, if you're interested in actually doing the project, Tyler used what telescope and what software you put on the bottom.
There's a Celestron. Can you read it, please?
Celestron 114 EQ telescope.
Yeah.
Sony DSLR camera, a camera adapter ring, and just paint.net, which is a free software.
Is that the Alpha 300? Is that what it says?
Yeah.
A300.
330.
30.
Oh, 330. Okay. That's a big camera.
Yeah, but you can find this on our Discord under newsletter. All the stuff on there. I don't want my picture on there next time.
Down at the bottom, down at the bottom, we have the 3 positions open: secretary, director of communications, and director of marketing as well.
I think we're done.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're gonna play. Oh, does anybody have anything?
Oh, and it goes down to my page at the bottom for the 3rd page. Workforce. So here we have NASA Solve Success Stories. Actually, I think that might be something that you might be interested in, Professor Kelly, because there, groups of students can work together to give solutions for NASA. And to give solutions for NASA, so groups of students can come together and accomplish a challenge. There we have a story of one of the students.
Right?
Or, yeah, y'all can read it later on. This was the, I can't read it. Can you read the subtitle? Underneath regardless.
Regardless excavation challenge.
And these students were awarded how much money? Was all of the challenge?
500.
$500,000 for the first prize in the 2009 challenge. So, and then we have pathways, as I said before, and working with NASA, there's for students and educators. It can be as a contractor or as a direct worker. And all of this you'll find for the Galactic Gazette, which will be distributed by the Physics and Astronomy. With each new newsletter, I'll put a different story as a.
Okay. All right, we're gonna, is everybody down to play Jeopardy?
Physics Jeopardy?
Physics Jeopardy.
Another page, Aaron, did you just get back from Georgia?
Huh?
I didn't know you were indicted.
What?
Oh, the other picture on the other page.
Which one? The one for his part?
Indicted? I paid somebody $40 for that picture. Oh, I think you just clicked it. I don't know.
Oh, should work through it.
Yeah, so like, I don't know if we're gonna keep points. Someone has to keep, you guys have to keep your own points. But I think maybe if you just raise your hand, we can start with you. Oh, no, we'll start with alphabet soup. And then whoever gets it, you get the points. You don't win anything, except glory, right?
Bragging rights.
Bragging rights.
Okay.
So I guess.
This is, you guys know how to play Jeopardy? Should I explain it?
I think you should explain.
With,
Okay.
I don't remember.
So with Jeopardy, they give you the answer and you gotta, your answer should be the question to this. So alphabet soup, what is this acronym basically?
Okay.
What is the National Aeronautics and Space Administration?
There you go.
I'm gonna keep a spreadsheet for myself.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Now which one? You get to pick who to pick.
Oh gosh. Okay. I choose general for 200.
Oh, that's what we have to wait.
What's a supernova?
What does it leave? What kind of star is left afterwards?
Oh. Or black hole. Nice.
You get 200. You get to call it now.
I choose,
Yeah.
miscellaneous for 300.
Occurs when the incident angle is greater than the critical angle.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
Or can I get?
this is optics. What?
Can I get context on that?
I think it, okay, so incident angle and a critical angle, I'm pretty sure it's like when you're shooting light, a light beam goes through optics.
Oh, okay.
And so I don't know the name of the angle. Do you remember it? There's a third.
What is refraction?
There you go.
Total
Dang it.
reflection. Oh, so close.
So you are now negative 200.
Oh, bummer.
You gotta pay back?
Yeah, if you.
Oh,
I guess he still picks, right?
yeah, I just paid.
I didn't get it.
But I guess the person that, if,
Okay, back to you.
oh,
Oh, okay.
Relativity 200.
This theory states that the curvature of space-time is directly related to the E and P of matter present, so the energy and momentum of matter present.
What is general?
General theory of
You
relativity.
gotta raise your hand. Yeah.
General theory of relativity.
Yep,
Boop.
you got it.
You missed out on points.
To show how ignorant I am.
I'm curious about 200 equations. Is that the Hamiltonian?
You gotta raise the hand, man.
H naught.
H not D. What?
I should have looked at these first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're worthy.
What is H?
I only know H as like a position, so no idea.
You think it could be like the Hamiltonian?
I have no idea what that is.
No.
I'm an engineering student, man. I don't deal with physics.
Yeah.
I deal with steam.
Just in thermal.
Wood.
Oh, Rachel.
Where's recession velocity?
What?
What is recession velocity?
Session velocity.
No, Holden's law.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so this is how, Hubble's law basically states, you can determine the distance of a galaxy by its redshift.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so the further a galaxy is away, because everything is expanding equally, the more redshift it'll have.
Shooting velocity anyway.
Oh yeah, he got it.
Oh, you got that
It's
last one?
whoever, or it's whoever.
Yeah, whoever got it right last.
Relativity 100. These were detected by, oh.
What is a gravitational wave?
Yay!
I paid attention.
Good job.
Call it.
Planets and stars, 200.
The condition when three celestial bodies are arranged in a straight line. I know the fancy word for it.
I feel like the name is easier than what I'm thinking it
It
is.
is the shortest letter, it is the shortest word in the English dictionary with the most Y's. It's got a Z in
That didn't narrow it down at all.
No.
Conjunction or
Oh.
opposition.
Planet stars,
Stars, 200.
it said one. Oh.
I was thinking rhythm.
I'm over here thinking like, what is Orion's belt?
Okay, what is planets and stars, 100? I'm getting the 100s.
Yeah.
The planets make up the percentage of the mass in our solar system.
Oh, jeez.
If you're close, whoever's close,
98%. No, the planets or the sun?
planets.
Oh, 2%.
Yeah.
35, I was way off.
Me looking at my grades.
Yeah, that's not right, actually.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 1.3 or 1.6. Jupiter is 0.6 itself. Yeah.
So, okay, equation 100. Has to be easier than the other one. Speed of light over the wave.
What is frequency?
Light
There
wave.
we go.
What is the speed of light?
I recognized F, that was it.
Frequency is the curly F.
Never mind. I think it goes back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
200 alphabet soup.
What is the International Standards Organization?
That's what I was thinking of too.
Uh-huh. Never mind.
Space observatory what? I love your confidence with the answer.
No. So I'm a mechanical engineer. We took a class, design methodology, and ISO, International Standards Organization, is a global organization that handles how to make things, how not to break things, what to pack things with, anything engineering they deal with.
I was thinking.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, it was close.
It's also in photography. There's a
Yeah.
ISO button.
Yeah.
Never
I was
used
thinking
it.
exactly that answer, but I'm like, no, I'm thinking like an engineer. This isn't right.
Another R in there.
Something is not
Their
right.
operating system name like that too. General 100.
This is the term used to describe a star that has stabilized.
Stabilized orbiting something.
Yes.
Main sequence star?
Or Lagrange
Yeah,
point.
maybe.
Lagrange point.
Yeah, like March when it's vibration.
It's an equilibrium between two
I just
bodies.
having
orbiting.
equilibrium, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it stabilizes. I don't know.
Main sequence star. Bam, you got it.
I was talking about the actual composition of the star, not the location of it. Or position.
Miscellaneous 100.
The SI unit of capacitance
Capacitance.
Yeah. Yeah.
C?
Yeah.
A farad?
I don't even know how to
Oh,
say
the
it.
farad,
Farad.
not the
I don't know for Faraday.
Rod.
Very good.
Miscellaneous for 200.
The name of this theory is
Well
derived
pronounced.
from the viewing subatomic particles as one-dimensional objects, not as points.
String theory?
Dang.
Spoke about it all semester.
Basically.
Yeah.
You had string theory this semester?
No, we
No,
just
had
discussed it,
particle
like,
physics, and
what
that was
is
the
it,
main
you know?
topic.
Relativity 300.
The university at which Albert Einstein received his doctorate.
Princeton.
Princeton.
What?
Oh, in Zurich.
Wait.
I think once he came
Yeah.
over here and
You know,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been watching The Big Bang Theory. I knew Einstein and Princeton were connected. I just didn't. No, no. I didn't watch Oppenheimer. That was a good movie. Yeah. Joe Trippin.
TH or something like that.
I don't know whose turn.
I think.
Well, that is because he got it right.
Oh, right.
Last.
You can go ahead.
Equations for 300.
What was the big F?
Hubble.
Energy. Oh, right.
Hubble's
We got
law.
somebody that knows it.
Yes.
Wait a second. Is that thrust equation, rocket thrust equation? No, this shouldn't be C in there, I guess.
Okay.
It's energy again, doesn't it?
It has to do with relativity, maybe?
Yes.
This last time they had the F, it was for energy.
It was Hubble's law.
And that's the frequency F, right?
So the last one was.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
original
that's
frequency. So,
frequency.
Is the change of frequency, but in a relative scenario, like applying relativity, but I'm not sure what's the actual name.
So what's the final answer?
So is that a B or is that a nu up there?
Nuclear power.
Delta V, I think that's delta V, like change in velocity
Velocity over speed of
over the
light.
speed of light plus one, which is common, like at least I see it in Lorentz factor, which applies in the relativity, but
Any guesses? Do it.
Doppler
except,
effect.
yeah. The more you know.
Hiding in plain sight, huh?
Oh, it's still back. General for 300.
This type of telescope uses lenses to gather and focus light.
Refractor?
There you go.
Planets and stars for 300.
This accounts for approximately 85% of the matter in the universe.
That's
Dark matter.
It was up way
Come on.
before.
Oh, yeah, he was.
That's
That's true.
dark energy.
Dark energy is another.
What was the question again?
Those are two different things.
Yeah, but that's, dark energy is the biggest. Dark
Yeah, there's
matter
more
is
of it.
baryonic.
They're two different things.
Oh, it said matter rather than, okay, all right.
Planets and stars, 400.
This Jupiter moon has 400 active volcanoes.
What is item?
They're easier even though they're more expensive.
Yeah.
I'm really thankful.
How many points do you have?
500? No,
Because you were negative at one point.
no, I was negative. I was negative
we are doing
200.
negative.
Remind you.
We are doing negatives.
It works or do you go zero?
technically negative if you answer.
With this, I'm at like negative 100 still.
Does Jeopardy go in negatives?
I don't know.
It does. If
It does now.
I really don't be counting.
Alphabet soup 300.
NSF. Oh. This is after like those Saturday morning after school special
National
cartoons.
Science Foundation. Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I picked the next one. Okay. Do planets and stars 500.
Ooh. 500.
Space smells like this. I don't remember.
One of the astronauts said it.
Burn something, I think.
Yes.
It wouldn't,
No,
if you're in.
What is,
What?
what is, toast?
What is it?
Nothing, that's a stroke.
Yeah.
Nothing?
Hot metal, diesel fumes, and barbecue.
Burnt
That was close.
steak. Burnt steak.
Yeah,
It
okay,
smelled
that's
like
what it
burnt
was.
steak.
Yeah, it was, but that's the ISS, right?
That was astronaut Heisenberg, I think they said.
Nobody smelled space, right?
You smell the debris. You smell
There's
the
less than
debris.
5 atoms per square meter in space. How can you smell it?
When you come in, the suit smells, it reeks.
Yeah, they said the ISS smells like pee and poo.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are problems. You know, was it floating?
Maybe next time we can put like a video of them doing like an International Space Station tour. They put those on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the restroom right next to the kitchen and then the sleeping rooms right next to the restroom. So,
The art lab over in the library has the ISS tour loaded.
What?
the library has a NASA archives at the second
Yeah,
floor.
trailer in space, that's what it smells like.
Who else?
Yes.
Yeah, the XR lab.
Yeah. Go ahead. There's our lab.
I guess she picks it.
Yeah, Scarlett, you again.
Relativity 400.
Which one?
400. Oh,
Laser.
it's okay. Just keep it. Just keep it.
Oh.
Oh.
Eureka, a prose poem written by this poet, included a cosmological theory that predates the Big Bang Theory by 80 years.
It's tradition.
It's tradition,
No names?
Shakespeare?
No. I'm gonna save you from that one.
yeah.
Charge of the Light Brigade, who wrote the Charge of the Light Brigade? I can't keep, not, no, that's the wrong one.
He had the gold experiment.
You're playing.
The gold experiment. Remember, it had gold.
Oh.
He was in the bathtub.
Oh.
Rutherford? Rutherford is the one that shot electrons into gold foil.
But no, it doesn't have to do with gold foil.
Oh.
This was a story that we were told for like math class.
The guy that touched everything and turned to gold?
No.
Jack and the Beanstalk? The chicken?
Let me look up the name of it. Had to do
Edgar
with
Allan
weight.
Poe.
See, if you asked me about voices under floorboards, I would have recognized it.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting one to look up.
The gold.
Gold crown problem.
And what is that?
Gold crown problem.
And who wrote that?
Archimedes.
Got it.
Oh.
So. Archimedes' prince tradition tells us that the king was suspicious about the purity of gold in his crown and asked Archimedes to find a way to determine if it was a real thing.
Coming back, yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Right?
Miscellaneous 400.
If two objects have the same mass, their center of gravity is located at this position.
Is the focal point?
Very center.
Halfway between them.
Yeah, that's right,
General 400.
This star appeared to dim significantly in 2020.
Confidence, confidence. Yell it
You were
out.
first.
Oh, pierogies.
One time I read a Bela Lugosi.
Better goose. Pero guess. Equations 400. 2GM.
I wonder what 500 is gonna look
To gravity.
Ready? Schwarzschild radius?
Oh, yeah, that is.
like. There you go.
Dang.
Is that a radius of like an orbiting object?
It's,
Go ahead.
it basically gives you the size of, the distance from a singularity to the event horizon of a black hole
Oh, okay.
or anything. You can even put your mass in there. It'll give you your event horizon, distance. Right?
Escape speed, about the speed of light.
Interesting.
Go ahead, Professor. You choose next. You choose what to go next. You're good.
Now I'm in jeopardy, huh? Miscellaneous.
Principle that says two wave functions behave as if they came from a single source.
I don't know.
What's the one where it, action at distance thing? What's it called? You do one thing to one particle and something a million miles away, they're connected.
Oh. Quantum entanglement.
Is that it?
About to find out. Quantum entanglement.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But coherence, no.
Thinking of harmonizing frequency.
General 500.
This rover sings happy birthday to itself every year.
That's very depressing.
Curiosity.
Whoever.
Curiosity.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the same thing.
Curiosity.
Curiosity.
Poor thing.
Relativity 500.
This star was used in 1920 to first observe gravitational blue shift.
What is Alpha Centauri?
Serious.
Yeah, I was just on what's closest.
Yeah. That's 500.
Cause.
Oh, this is the acronyms.
What?
Rocket, there's a rocket.
There's no R.
Space agency?
I think it's a space agency.
Coordinates.
Oh, wow, no, I was right. Coordinate sizes, magnitudes, orientations, and shapes.
What is that?
What is that?
This one?
I mean, no, the previous one.
Any brave soul.
What is magnitude?
You're very close.
You know it?
I think so. I think it's the absolute, it's either absolute magnitude or apparent magnitude. Sorry.
Depending on what you're solving for, I guess. What is distance based on magnitude?
Okay. Modulus.
So that's what it's for,
Okay.
to figure out what it would be at like 5 parsecs or something.
So the distance modulus is just a name for the equation for finding the magnitude.
Yeah, but at a certain distance, a certain amount of parsecs.
Order of magnitude and then an absolute magnitude. If you could calibrate it, then it'd be a certain distance away, I guess.
Yeah.
Final Jeopardy. Optics. Is that self-explanatory?
Great topic, that's a topic.
Oh, that's the top.
That's a topic.
Oh, okay.
Question.
This form of light occurs when particles absorb energy and do not immediately re-emit that radiation.
Oh, I got it.
Black body radiation.
Anybody else have a guess?
Hold on. Phosphorescence.
Phosphorescence.
Oh. The end.
So, like, who won?
Not me.
I think gentleman over there in the corner.
You didn't go negative.
I got a couple 500s, but I had the negatives. I think I had like 1,000 only.
I think no, you didn't go negative.
Yeah,
The team
in our
effort.
hearts, yes. We learned a little bit. too.
Participation trophy.
Cool. That's all we got.
Nice.
Thank you all for coming to the meeting. Any feedback? Did y'all like Jeopardy? Yeah?
I just apologize for answering questions. It was probably somebody back here had it.
Thank you all for
Cool.
coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming. See you around. Our next thing, I don't know.
Don't forget to join the Discord. We post all announcements there, all meetings, and we also have a lot of, what do you call it? The hashtags?
Oh, yeah,
Threads.
it's threads.
Oh, thread.
We have a lot of threads like for member photography
Oh,
and
those are
member
channels.
chats. Oh, channels, my bad. There you go.
The Discord has separate channels for like each thing you want. So like member photography or other sections that you want to see.
And you get APOD every day at 11:08 PM.
Hey, could you put your PowerPoint again with the ones that I asked earlier? Just can take a picture of it.
Oh, yeah, and this is live stream, so you can go on our YouTube and watch it again if you missed anything and want to know anything else.
Oh,
An SPS one?
yes. Golly, I'm blind. There you go. Okay. Is that the only one?
There was a previous one, but those are something that's gonna be connected to the SPS chapter here at UHCL. So I have to talk with those people first, and right now, I'm sending out emails with jobs from Geo Control Systems. And KBR is actually hiring right now for a lot of engineering, students.
Did they register your club yet?
No.
Not this one either.
Yours, Dan?
Same over here for American Society of Mechanical Engineers.
How long have you been waiting?
About a week. We applied last Friday for the first time and then they said, hey, you gotta fix some things. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I
We've
did
been
that
like,
too.
since the first.
Wow. But
Yeah.
they did tell me that there were a lot of people out sick, so I think it's because of the new COVID issue going on.
That's totally fine.
Mhm.
We were actually about prerequisites.
Yeah, they were just talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those other people are just playing games.
That's for the Society of Physics students, and there I distribute all types of communication.
I mean,
Right now,
yeah, I
they're
guess, but-
registered, so everything from applying to positions, knowing more about the programs, knowing more about the companies and the club itself, everything can be answered through that email. Just send any questions they have to. And twice a week I send out a news release. Twice a week we have a news release where I send out an article from NASA or something that I find interesting to share with the club members.
Where did you send that out to?
Through the SPS email. I've been sending it out.
Dynamic.
I sent out two this week.
In there, like, solid bodies, how they behave.
You sure?
Yeah.
sps.uhcl@hotmail. Reach out.
To my Gmail or to my?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's going in spam.
Do you send it to like everybody's emails or just to the?
Yeah, I created a distribution list for all of the members, so all the members are connected to the SPS members distribution list. And then I just, instead of putting out every single email individually, I just put SPS members list.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. And then a Hotmail, it's been a good minute for that.
Yeah.
Talking about where you
Sign up for
sign up,
like.
you get like the newsletter from Physics Today.
For that, it's the Honor Society Physics, which you can just look up Society of Physics students. Can you open up the page again?
School club, which is recognized by UHCL.
Okay.
This one is gonna be attached to
It's this page
the
right here.
national thing.
Okay.
Scroll up, yeah.
On here, the textbooks, let me see if.
How, you'll get funding from SPS to your club, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
But I mean, first you need to even get it registered.
Yeah.
Well, I guess hopefully.
And for more, if you have any more questions for the honors one, then I would go to Dr. Masuda, she knows more than me. I'm just handling the chapter.
Did you need her card?
It would probably help.
Yeah, I
And
got,
this is your classroom.
I mean,
This is where we held our astroparticle physics class.
so, I wouldn't say this is her class. She's also got the audit board. Garrison teaches in here, and Withy now teaches in here. I can definitely tell you her lab.
Have a lot of, shall we say, illustrative examples.
Yeah. I don't know what to do on it yet. I've got the membership. There's so many tabs and the drop downs are like 20 things long.
I heard, how about this one? I'm talking on lunch. I don't know.
When I look at stuff like that, I'm just like, and I go again, I'm like, I'll do it later.
Rockets in Russia, you read this one, so I don't have recommended reading.
Oh, once that one goes up.
Yeah.
And mechanical engineering would probably just do great. And I've been trying to get the attention of people that are enrolled in mechanical engineering here. Because
Don't log me out, but you can
kind of
close.
an illustration of the situation.
Yeah, in that live stream.
Mechanical engineering work around here and this would be sort of
It'll give you like options or something.